What's up, guys? We are back for another round of Game of Thrones. We are still on episode 1. We saw Garrett willingly go to the wall. And we saw Lord Whitehill come in and start making demands for his head. And we weren't having any of that. Hope you guys are doing well. I'm going to keep chugging along through this series until they release episode 6. Then we can finally get some closure. If you guys like this, like I said, just leave a comment and keep hitting the like button. And let's do this. Alright, ironwood box. Let's take a look. What do we got inside? Alright, we got the brooch.
It was very kind of Lady Marjorie to give this to me. It once belonged to Lady Olenna. Ethan made this for me.
Alright, what else do we have here? We got a coin.
Asher sent me this coin to remember him. What a strange place, Essos.
And last but not least, the note. Letter, should I say. Whatever.
Father. Much excitement here in King's Landing for the coming wedding. Lady Marjorie has proven to be quite popular throughout the city. I do wish you and Mother could come, although I know it would be impossible under the circumstances. I miss all of you, and I look forward to the day you can.
Alright, that's enough depression. Let's see what else we have. Fruit? No. Guess we're not hungry. And let's look at the tome.
Wonders Made by Man, by Lomas Longstrider. A gift from Roderick. I hope to see them all someday.
Alright. So I don't know. So what are you guys up to? I'm still asking that question about Halloween. What are you guys going to end up being? If you even bother with the holiday. What do we got? Let's take a look at the
King's
view.
Landing. I wonder if it's sunny at Ironrath today.
I'm still looking for the purple. Like I said, my girlfriend wants me to go as the Joker, the Jack Nicholson one, so I'm still looking for a purple suit. I've been going to Goodwill, everything like that. I think hold on. Let's take a look what Mom has to say.
It troubles me to even ask this of you, but you must appeal to Lady Marjorie to intervene on our behalf. She is our best hope, and can be a powerful ally, especially now when your family so desperately needs her help.
Alright, let's see who's at the door. More bad news. Alright. I'm coming.
One moment.
Oh, sorry, milady. I didn't mean to disturb you. I can come back later if you'd like.
That's alright, man. What's up?
No, it's fine. Come in.
Begging your pardon, milady, but you all right? If you don't mind my asking, you seem rather upset.
Worried.
I'm just worried about my family.
Ah, letter from home, is it?
It's kind of you to ask.
Of course, milady.
Hopefully in a
You've
spot.
always been kind to me.
Please hurry if you can. Lady Marjorie will be here any minute.
Of course, milady. You work for Lady Marjorie? I may be wrong, but it seems like you do.
I'm her handmaid, man.
I'm her handmaiden.
That's what I thought. I've seen you with her before. You seem like good friends. I saw Lady Marjorie just this morning, outside the Royal Sept, talking to Queen Cersei.
Cersei?
They appeared to be having some sort of disagreement. I couldn't hear much, but it was
what did they
definitely
say?
an argument.
What did they say?
I couldn't make out much, but I know they were talking about the Starks and House Forrester.
House Forrester?
I hope you're not in any kind of trouble, but I thought you ought to know. Most people don't tend to notice a call boy, not in King's Landing with so many lords and ladies about. You see and hear all sorts of things when people don't even know you're there. Good night, milady.
Lady Marjorie, you're early.
I was hoping there would be time for us to talk. Come, there's something we must discuss.
Here we go. What kind of misinformation was fed to her about what went down concerning
From
my
the day you
familia?
arrived in Highgarden, I've thought of you more as a friend than as my handmaiden. A dear friend, in fact.
Thank you, my lady.
And you know how I feel about what's happened to your family. I feel your pain as if it were my own. What you've suffered is beyond imagining.
I need
And
your
your
help.
whole
You're very
family as
kind.
well.
My mother.
My family wrote me, my lady.
I don't doubt they must be overcome with grief. But you must not despair. We will get through this together. You must understand there are limits to what I can say, especially here in King's Landing, now that I am to be queen. To have a handmaiden from the north whose family fought for Robb Stark. It raises questions at a time I can least afford. Cersei herself cornered me this morning outside the Royal Sept.
So
She
you won't be
mentioned
helping me.
the northern girl in my service, and she painted you a traitor. She was very pleased with herself. Her face was full of mirth as she said it.
She's saying that
What
shit
does she
for.
intend to do?
She intends to make you miserable, knowing that will make me miserable as well. She demands an audience. She wants an apology of some sort, for what I don't know, but she's waiting for us now, and I promised I would bring you to her. I wouldn't ask this of you if it were not important. I cannot afford any conflict with Cersei with the wedding
You know what?
so
All right.
near.
You owe
I'll
me.
do as you ask, my lady.
I knew I could trust you. Humor her. Tell her what she wants to hear.
That's gonna be a big favor you're gonna owe. Keep that
See
in
if the
mind.
Queen Regent is ready to receive us.
No, never mind.
You'll be fine. I know you will. You may feel one thing, but you must say another.
Good luck.
Alright, let's try to be diplomatic about this as much as we're probably gonna want to punch this lady in the face. Let's see what she's got to say.
You can do this.
So like I was saying, so I've been looking at Goodwill. I think I found a website that sells suits like that. Like zoot suits, stuff like... Oh, hold on.
Ah, Lady Marjorie.
What the...
Aren't you looking lovely this evening?
Lord Tyrion. Your Grace? With your
Bridge?
permission, allow me to introduce Lady Mira of House Forrester.
I guess bow.
I am honored, Your Grace.
Yet not honored enough to kneel, I see.
That bitch suck it.
House Forrester is a northern house loyal to the king.
Are they?
I beg your pardon, Your Grace.
I wasn't talking to you. I want to hear from the girl.
She got a mouth on her.
Is your family loyal to the king?
Perhaps you should ask the new Lord Forrester.
He's not here, is he? She is.
Oh,
The girl can speak for
our
her.
loyalty
house.
never
House
wavers.
Forrester's loyalty to the crown never wavers, Your Grace.
I see. And yet, for centuries the Forresters have been loyal bannermen to House Stark. A house of traitors.
Agree? Okay, you know what?
Yes, Your Grace. They are traitors.
The Starks were your liege lord, yet you name them traitors so easily.
Clearly her loyalty wavers quite a lot.
If she has any loyalty at all. Is your house willing to swear fealty to your new liege lord, Roose Bolton?
Yeah, sure.
Roose Bolton also served the Starks, Your Grace.
And proved his loyalty to the crown by bringing their house to a swift and sudden end. Old allegiances are not easily abandoned. But now that the war is over, we must look to rebuild and forge new alliances. There are ships and shields to be built, and Joffrey will need a steady supply of ironwood for his armies. I'm told there are others who would happily serve that purpose, but I trust we can rely on House Forrester.
Forrester Ironwood does seem rather unique.
Yeah, let's
Yes, Your
do it.
Grace.
It would be a shame to see it fall into the hands of another house. I imagine you'd do almost anything to prevent that from happening, wouldn't you? Ask any Lannister, and they'd do whatever was necessary to save Casterly Rock. It would be unfortunate to see another house lay claim to what's yours.
Yeah, anything,
Yes, Your
sure,
Grace.
whatever. Lie to you,
I would do
lie through my
anything.
teeth.
I see.
What would you have the girl do, Cersei? It's not as if she fought beside the Starks, wielding a battle axe for the Northern Army.
It raises an interesting question, I suppose. Can we truly blame those who end up on the wrong side of the war? Our dear Marjorie here was betrothed to Renly Baratheon on the false assumption that he would one day rule the Seven Kingdoms. Can we fault her for her mistake? Should she be held accountable?
I won't judge
I
her.
won't judge her, Your Grace. I wasn't there. I didn't face her decisions.
Aren't you a delightful girl? If only one could flit through life without ever holding an opinion of their own.
If there's a point to this, I hope you find it quickly.
Yeah, wee man, tell her how it is.
Loyalty can be such a hard thing to define. This city alone is filled with all sorts of ambitious opportunists looking to reinvent themselves, pretending to be something they're not. Who knows what lurks within their hearts? You are a girl from the north, here in service to Lady Marjorie. One can only assume her interests are yours. Yet loyalty to a king, that must be absolute, beyond question. And if your loyalties were to become conflicted between your king and the very person whom you serve, what would you do then?
I'm sure she
Let the
would...
girl answer the question.
Be
Go
true.
on.
I'll
I
lie.
would
Be true to the
to
king.
the king, Your Grace.
Well said. I was beginning to worry you didn't have your priorities straight.
She is a threat to the crown, isn't she? The most dangerous handmaiden in all of King's Landing.
My sense is this girl will say almost anything to get what she wants. Which is not very encouraging. I'd like a word with you, if I may.
Of course, Your Grace.
What's up, man?
I'll walk you out. This may come as a surprise, but I met your father once, at the tourney at Lannisport. Even then he didn't trust Roose Bolton. We only spoke briefly, but your father struck me as an honorable man. You have my condolences for his loss. These would be trying times for your family, even under the
Oh,
best
thank
of
you for those kind
circumstances.
words.
Thank you, Lord Tyrion. That's very kind of you to say.
That certainly took courage. To so publicly declare your loyalty to Joffrey for all to hear. Poor Lady Marjorie was humiliated, although Cersei seemed quite pleased. It was quite the first impression. I, of course, found it all highly entertaining.
You know what? I ain't gonna say shit.
No doubt Lady Marjorie will forgive you. Eventually. My sister and I have our differences. She takes great pleasure in her little charades. I take mine in thwarting them. We must find our amusements where we can. She threatened to give your ironwood to another house. It is the Master of Coin who decides such matters. The Crown needs boats. Boats need wood, and I speak for the Crown in this regard.
You could help
Not
my
her.
family.
You can help my family.
I suppose the Crown could be persuaded to secure ironwood from House Forrester. Lady Marjorie might not look favorably on such an alliance, and it would infuriate Cersei. Although what would be amusing for me might prove rather dangerous for you and your house. Are you willing to risk that? It may be far too dangerous.
You know what? I'm not going to bring anything
forget
down.
I even suggested such a thing.
I'm sorry, Lord Tyrion, but it's a risk I cannot afford.
I admire your discretion. Now, if you'll excuse me, I promised Sansa I would join her for dinner tonight. 3 beautiful bottles of Dornish wine await my arrival.
I hope we meet again.
Nothing would make Cersei happier. Until then, be careful. This is not the North. King's Landing can be a nest of vipers to the uninitiated.
Alright, I don't think that went bad. I said what I had to say, lied through my teeth like I was asked to do. As much as I could.
Mira, I was worried. How was it? Cersei has a way of looking at you as though you're nothing. It's more than a little intimidating.
It didn't go very well.
I'm sorry. Cersei is known for being rather difficult. But at least it's over now. Lady Marjorie has spent the entire day working on seating arrangements for the wedding. Of course, you and I are seated way at the back, here with the 4th cousins and the 9th-born sons. Ah, Sir Jaime. I wouldn't mind tarnishing that white cloak of his.
Sarah!
What? It's true.
Keep it in your
And
pants.
Oberyn Martell, the Red Viper. I'm told he has a paramour, which I doubt is
put it
Dornish
back.
for wife.
Put it back.
We're just having a bit of fun. That's probably for the best. I've heard he's a bit perverse. Perhaps Lady Marjorie could make the right introductions. Who knows? We might meet our future husbands. Although, marrying a king, I can only imagine what that would be like. Would you marry Joffrey if it meant you'd become queen? He does have a certain look about him. And he's always treated Lady Marjorie well.
Yeah,
Which
you know
is
what?
more
I
than
don't
you
want to
can
be.
say
I
for
am
his
not bringing.
mother.
I don't want to be queen, no matter who I'd have to marry.
Don't want to be queen, you northerners. You'd make a perfect scepter. Well, I would marry him. Imagine the power you would have as queen of the 7 kingdoms. I might even allow you to be my handmaiden. Let's see, who else should we marry off? Brienne of Tarth and Tyrion Lannister. What a perfect match! Sir Bronn and...
What are you doing? Well,
I'm sorry, my lady.
As am I. We shouldn't have been messing about.
this is not a game. It's a battle plan. Allies and enemies can be made with every move. Yet they say it is men who are powerful. The Queen was pleased by your display, Mira. I'm just glad it's over.
Yeah, I did what you
King's
asked.
Landing can be exhausting sometimes. There's always someone to please or some perceived slight to smooth over. I fear it will only get worse when I am queen.
Once they know your true heart, the lords and ladies will have no choice but to love you.
Do you agree?
Yeah, everybody's gonna love you.
Once you are queen, the lords and ladies will do their best to please you.
You learn very quickly. Your words to Cersei were brave, but I know you must fear what the Boltons might do to your family. I do appreciate your willingness to appease her, as difficult as it may have been.
Thank you, my lady. There's been something on my mind. Something important.
You know what? Mom said ask for help. I'm gonna ask for help.
I did have a favor to ask of you in return.
Whatever you wish to say, you can say it in front of Sarah. There are no secrets between us.
Well, she's a spy.
It's about my family.
I trust her.
You know what?
I prefer to speak with you alone.
That's alright, get mad. Funny, nobody else hearing this conversation.
Go on. Ask.
Forgive me, my lady. I wouldn't otherwise ask this of you, but my mother insisted. It's about my family.
Ramsay Snow. What would you have me do?
My mother fears our family will suffer if Ramsay is left to do as he likes. She thought, if a raven could be sent to the Boltons to let them know House Forrester has the protection of the crown. I know it's a lot to ask of you, and I wouldn't otherwise, but she insisted.
That is no small request, especially now.
I know, my lady, and I wouldn't ask this of you otherwise. But my mother has left me no choice. She insisted.
Joffrey knows only too well your family fought for the Starks, and now you would have me ask him to intervene. Is the situation that dire? Joffrey will not look favorably on such a request.
It is that dire, my lady. I fear for my family's safety.
I don't know, Mira. If Cersei were to find out...
Keep convincing you're adored by the king. I'll go with you. The king loves
Don't
you.
let the queen bully you. You have power over him, Lady Marjorie, as no one else does. Not even his mother. Ramsay Snow will arrive at Ironrath within the week. I would never ask this of you if it weren't so urgent.
Very well. I'll make your request, but I cannot promise anything.
Thank you, my lady. I will send a raven to my family at once.
I didn't want that other girl involved in this, because she's sitting there talking about marrying somebody just to get a position of power. I don't know who she's selling me out to.